viewer to the Ranger Chamber, and this is the Chamber of Vlogs.
Hello, Ranger Nation, and welcome back to the Chamber of Vlogs from us, the Ranger Chamber team. Say hello, everybody. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Ranger Nation.
Okay, so we're back in the Chamber of Vlogs to do another vlog for you guys and girls and people who don't classify themselves as a specific gender, non-gender binary, because we love all you people.
Morphinomenal fans.
Yes, all the Power Ranger fans. So in this vlog, we're going to be, we got a bit of a clue about today's topic. Yes, Power Rangers Dino Fury. So we're going to basically be doing, this is called Power Rangers Dino Fury, what we know so far. So in this vlog, we're going to be talking about all things Power Rangers Dino Fury and what we know so far, from the TV series to the toys and anything else, really. Okay, so where do we start? Well, I suppose we start with the Rangers themselves. So, the Rangers, I mean, what do we know? We have 5 Rangers so far for this season. We have a Red Ranger, a Blue Ranger, Pink Ranger, Green Ranger, and a Black Ranger. And we also have a Gold Ranger, but he's going to come later on. Okay, so let's start things off. So, our first Ranger is Zato, the Red Ranger. Now, Zato is an alien warrior from another planet who comes to Earth to take on this evil alien threat. And he leads the Dino Fury team as the Red Ranger. Ooh.
Andros vibes.
Yeah, so it's really cool that we're getting another sort of Red Ranger who comes from another planet. So yeah, so we've had Andros, and we've also had Orion in Super Megaforce. So that's pretty cool. We've had 2 different alien sort of Power Rangers that came from another planet, and then of course you got the Alien Rangers from Mighty Morphin as well. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, Zato is the Dino Fury Red Ranger. So it's really cool, and it'll be really interesting to see his backstory. I'm hoping they'll show a nice backstory for him about where he came from, because I'd imagine he's going to have these Dino Fury powers and he's going to bring them to Earth, sort of like maybe like how Andros bought the Space Ranger power morphers, the Astromorphers. So that'd be really cool. But what do you guys think?
Well, it's going to be it is going to be very similar to that, because what's the bio say here? An alien warrior from another planet, Zato leads the Dino Fury Rangers in battle. So, take that as it is, really. It's pretty straightforward.
Hmm.
You'd think he'd bring the powers with him, wouldn't you? But then they're Earth dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's true. So maybe he discovers the powers when he's on Earth, maybe? But who knows?
We'll find
right.
out, I'm sure.
All right. Gary. Yeah. Gary, Jason, what are your thoughts on the Red Ranger?
I hope that my prediction is that the Purple Knight, that could be his father, like Cora again, Nick. I kind of want that type of storyline thing to come back.
Many throwbacks.
I think for me that's too much of a. They use that too much. I mean, I know Hasbro haven't really used it yet, but technically they did. You know, when you have a spoiler alert, in Power Rangers Beast Morpher Season 2, where Evox and Devin's dad, Mayor Daniels, in the same body, they had that. So it's like, I guess you still had that. But there you go. So yeah, Gary, what about you? What's your thoughts on the Red Ranger?
It sounds interesting, but I'm gonna wait for the series because there's speculations. We're going based on what we've seen from clips from Ray Soldier, but I want to see what Hasbro are gonna do with the series for America and UK. So I'm not going to say anything until this moment comes to the UK. Then I'll probably have a clearer version of how I think it might be, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay.
Reserving judgment.
Yeah. So, okay, let's move on to our next Ranger. So, next is, oh, yeah, I forgot to mention the actor who plays the Dino Fury Red Ranger is named Russell Curry. Now, me wonders if he likes curry.
Or is related to Aquaman.
What you like?
What am I like? I don't know. Crazy? Super crazy Power Ranger fan? Yep, that's me.
I'm sure he's never heard that joke before. Ever.
No, never in my life. Okay, next up is our Pink Ranger, who's played by a Hunter Dino, and the Pink Ranger's named Amelia. Now, we have a bio for the Pink Ranger, I believe.
We do. Shall I read it to you, Joe?
Yes, please do.
We have... Am I on the right page? I'm not. I am on the right page. A go-getting journalist with a passion for the paranormal, Amelia joins the Dino Fury team as the Pink Ranger.
Awesome. So this is going to be really interesting because obviously she's going to go nuts over Zato. Because obviously, I mean, alien from another planet, like literally crash lands onto her lap. Well, not literally. I hope not. But it'll be really interesting to see how the relationship between Zato and Amelia would be. I think it'd be cool if they did have a relationship, you know, Pink Ranger, Red Ranger romance, because we haven't really had that since Dino Charge. But I think that would be too much of a repeat cycle, maybe. I don't know. But it'd be nice if they had a little romance between two Rangers, even if it is red and pink. Because I can imagine that red and pink would go nice together. Because if she loves the paranormal, then I think that'd be really good. But Gary, what do you think of Pink Ranger?
Answers. I'm gonna go off track just a wee tiny bit. Well, let's look to see what couples we've had. We've had white and pink, which was Mighty Morphin. I'm just going based on the ones that I know about. So sorry if anyone's not seen these. This is sort of spoiler alert coming if you haven't seen these. So you had white and pink, what was Tommy and
Kimberly.
And then another one I remember very well was Beast Morphers. You had Nate and what's the Yellow Ranger's name?
Zoe.
You had them two as well. That was from the recent series, guys. And another one I remember was Haley and
Calvin.
Calvin from.
Dude, seriously, what's with you forgetting Yellow Ranger names today?
I know. I don't know what it is. Maybe because I'm not fond on the Ranger Yellows. I'm not very fond on them. I'm more vibrant colours like pink, red, blue.
I think I take offense to that. Yellow is very vibrant. But anyway, but yeah, I think it'd be really cool to see how. I mean, because a journalist, that sounds like someone that can maybe. She sounds like someone who could do like blogs about paranormal activity in the city. I'm actually curious to know what the city would be called because you had Angel Grove in Mighty Morphin, Reefside in Dino Thunder, Amber Beach for Dino Charge, and then you have what was the Beast Morphers city?
Coral Harbor.
Yeah, I thought that was a really cool name. So I'm really curious to know what they would call the Dino Charge city. Dino Fury. Dino. We're doing the Dino Conga. Anyway, so
that's enough of that.
Yeah. So I think it'd be really interesting to see. I mean, I'd imagine she'd probably be like, now in Real Soldier they had this lovely girl character. I can't remember her name, but she sadly passed away last year. Rest in peace. She was a lovely actress and she was a very lovely character. She was basically someone who did a lot of blogging, like doing loads of YouTube videos. So maybe they could inspire and get inspiration from that character for the Pink Ranger. So maybe she would do like a YouTube channel where she talks about paranormal activity. I think that would be really cool for her character because a lot of people make YouTube videos, well, like what we do. So I think that would be really cool. Jason,
like Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Taking photos of herself in battle.
Yeah, Power Rangers own Peter Parker.
With a secret identity. Hopefully hidden by more than a pair of specs, but we'll see.
Okay, so I think we're now moving over to Blue Ranger now. So Blue Ranger is played by Kai Moya, and he plays Ollie, the Blue Ranger. And Peter, I believe you have a bio for us.
I do. A logical thinker who's never afraid to share his opinion, Ollie joins the Dino Fury team as the Blue Ranger. Now, that could be interesting. You've got a bit of a character back and forth here. You've got your Pink Ranger. I'm a journalist. I believe in the paranormal. I'm going to go look at this thing. Then you've got the Blue Ranger. I don't believe in this thing. It's not logical. And then you've got Zato. Boom, I'm an alien. Deal with it.
I would be very curious to see the nice little mix between those three characters. I think it'd be a nice combination. And also, because in case people haven't seen Rear Soldier, the series does start with just red, blue, and pink. And it's nice that we get a nice start to the series, because usually when a Power Ranger series starts, you only tend to generally get a red, blue, and yellow Ranger to start off the series with. But it's nice to get a red, blue, and pink Ranger starting off. But as Gary would tell you, we did actually start Ninja Steel with red, blue, and pink. So that was a nice little thing about that, wasn't it, Gary?
It was. It was.
Yeah, I think so with the Blue Ranger, Gary, what are your thoughts on Blue Ranger? Do you think he'd be the same generic, geeky, great, like clever Blue Ranger character, or do you think it'd be someone different?
Well, look at all the brainy ones that we've had in past seasons. You've had Billy, Mighty Morphin, you've had Nate, you've had Dr. K, you've had all these sciencey people from Power Rangers. So I'm
Also, we got mentioned Kendricks from Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. She was the thing that was so great that we had a female brainy Power Ranger, and also you got Sarah from Ninja Steel. She was quite a brain box as well. Obviously Miss Morgan, Kendall, and also Shelby was also quite a clever one as well. And also, I think you count Riley, the Green Ranger, as a clever one, because I always thought he was a bit of a brain box as well.
I think he falls into that category.
Yeah.
Just
because he does seem to have a lot of logical thinking. So maybe Riley's character, maybe like Ollie's character, could be similar to Riley, maybe, but obviously Blue Ranger of that. But yeah, Peter, any thoughts for you on Blue Ranger?
It's hard to say. You say someone's a logical thinker. You can stereotype him there and then, can't you? It's like, as a Spock, Billy, all those kind of characters. Or it can just be simply a case of he's skeptical of Zato being an alien, whether he sees him crash land or whether Zato is. I am saying that right, aren't I? Zato.
Zato.
Whether Zato's already running around like, oh, by the way, I'm an alien. I don't believe you. Or whether he sees him crash and it's like, that just happened. How was that just happened?
Yeah.
And is that his entire personality, or is this just one line of his personality?
Yeah. I think it's like we just have to wait and see. Now, obviously, we have two more Rangers. We have now. This is what really surprised a lot of fans, and even surprised me. Is we have got Tessa Royer, who's playing Izzy, the Green Ranger. So we are getting our first green female Power Ranger, which is awesome. And I know that I was a bit skeptical about it at first, but you know what? The actress is a really lovely woman. I love her accent, by the way, so I'm really looking forward to her playing Izzy the Green Ranger in the series. So Tessa is really fabulous. I love Tessa. She's amazing. And then
Jeremy, old boy, before we go on, tell everyone about your she commented on one of your photos, didn't she, young Tessa?
Yeah. Because our Power Ranger cosplay group with Ranger Chamber, Morphin Good Cosplay, which is our Ranger Chamber cosplay group, we are doing Power Rangers Dino Fury, and I posted a picture of my current process of my Dino Fury Green cosplay. Tessa saw it and she commented saying, "You rock it," and smiley face, green love hearts. And I was like, I cried. I honestly got emotional. I was like, you know what? How could I have been so stupid with saying like the Green Ranger should be male, not female? And it's like, and I totally regret being like that. I really honestly regret it. And I'm really glad that I have publicly apologized for those silly comments I made, and it doesn't really matter whether the Green Ranger is male or female. I'm actually honored to cosplay as the first female Green Power Ranger in history. So
I think we all assumed that it was going to be a male. That took us all by surprise.
Yeah, I think that was the thing, because for a long time, anytime they had a female ranger, there was only one female from different seasons. Like Dino Charge had Shelby and then Miss Morgan, and they stuck to what was ever in the Super Sentai series, and that sort of stayed that way since Ninja Storm. They didn't gender swap any of the ranger colors. Which I always thought was a bit strange, but
Wild Force the last time they changed someone's gender.
Yeah, they swapped because Taylor Earhart was obviously female in Wild Force, but in Japan the Yellow Ranger was a guy. So yeah, Gary, I believe you have something to say.
I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but at Christmas you did a Power Ranger Christmas tree, and didn't 2 or 3 of the Dino Fury guys commented on your post?
Yeah, Tessa the Green Ranger, Russell Curry the Red Ranger, and Kai Moya the Blue Ranger all liked the Ranger Christmas tree we posted on the Ranger Chamber, and that was so awesome. Then I think that was on my personal Instagram, and then on the Ranger Chamber Instagram, when we did the ornaments, we had 3 other actors commented on it, liked the post. So that was really cool as well. And I've actually got the screen caps for those, so you can obviously see that on the video now, which is really amazing. So it was just so cool. So it's like we're already making a really lovely connection with the Dino Fury actors, and they're loving the positive response that the fandom's giving to them, and I think that's really fantastic. So the last actor is Chance Perez, who's playing Jarvie, the Black Ranger. Now it's like Ravi, but we're saying it Jarvie because it's Javi. I think it's meant to be short for a longer name, but we're calling it Jarvie because that's what they said. It was Jarvie short, but then he's got supposed to have a whole bigger name. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me.
God bless you.
Sorry, I had a bit of not mucus, spit that went down. That was trying to go down the wrong plug hole. But obviously, I need to have something to drink. So right. I think now, obviously, the next thing to talk about is obviously the Dino Fury Morpher. I mean, this is the Japanese one, the Rear Soul Changer, but it pretty much works the same way. But well, it's not going to be quite the same as the Hasbro version, because the Hasbro version is, well, the keys are a lot different, because whereas the keys are, well, the keys in the Japanese one were more 3D somewhat. I think I've got a key. Well,
they were part of the Megazord toy, aren't they?
Yeah, whereas the keys can do this, like they can fold down and then you just press a button. And
Megazord face.
Yeah, and then on the back, you got the Megazord face as well. But obviously, the Hasbro one is a little bit more different. It's literally solid like this. Well, it's gonna be literally solid, and all it is all this at the front. It's got a sticker, which is nice and holographic, and also the sticker actually has more detail than what we have on the key itself, which I think is really cool. And then on the back, it will have its proper knight head as well. So I'm glad they're still doing that. So I'm just putting that in. There we go.
And you can buy those wonderful morphers on eBay for about £40.
But we don't want the Japanese ones. We want the Hasbro ones, don't we, Gary?
Yes, we certainly do. Now, US Power Ranger fans, you can get yourself a Dino Fury Morpher right now at Target.
What we
So
will be doing shortly.
Yep, because we are getting. Okay, now drum roll, please. We are getting 2 Power Ranger Dino Fury toys at this point in time. We are getting the Dino Fury Morpher and 2 Dino Fury Battle Attacker sets, all the way from America. Woohoo! So this is going to be so cool, and obviously, I think we mentioned it in our last vlog, the hopes of 2021. We did say about getting a hold of the Dino Fury figures. We are still currently trying to get a hold of them. So when we do get a hold of them, we'll be sure to review them because we really want to show you guys how awesome the figures are, and also show you the keys in the Morpher as well. And which brings us, I suppose, to speaking of Morphers, we're now on to the next bit. So there's a little thing, there was a little not a tweet, sorry, an Instagram post that the Black or Blue Ranger actor posted. And one of the things they said was Stego Fury power. So it's like, it's a question that's been going on people's minds. Is this potentially part of the Morphle? So like, you know, you can go, they would probably go like, I mean, imagine it would go, it's Morphin time, Dino Fury power, then they do the morph, and then maybe it would be like Stego Fury power, Power Ranger Blue, or Stego Fury, well, it's not Black Ranger actually, Stego Fury power, Black Ranger, or like Saber-tooth, so Saber Tiger power, or Tiger Claw power, or Saber-tooth Tiger power, Power Ranger Green, something like that. I mean, that's just a guess, but what do you guys think? What do you guys think the morph call would probably be? Because obviously, in Beast Morphers, you have it's Morphin time, activate Beast power, and then unleash the Beast.
It's tricky. It's tricky because it is just guessing at this point.
Yeah.
Unleash. Did they do Unleash the Fury before?
No, they haven't.
They could do that.
They only done Unleash the Beast, and that was in Beast Morphers. That's what they say when after they morph and they do their post, they go, Unleash the Beast.
Hmm.
They could say Unleash the Fury, but then that's then just recycling the life from Beast Morphers. So it's like they need to try and do something a bit new and different.
It's just the first thing off the top of my head that comes to mind reading that.
Gary?
I have a feeling, I don't know how fans are going to react to this, but I think it might be the end of It's Morphin Time. I think they're going to come up with something entirely new. I just have a feeling. I might be wrong, but I have a feeling.
I don't think they'll change it, because for a long time since Power Rangers Megaforce, they've been using It's Morphin Time as their morph call since. So obviously, Power Rangers Samurai, they didn't say It's Morphin Time. They just went Samurai, go Samurai, and then Megaforce is It's Morphin Time, just constantly. But yeah, I don't see them dropping It's Morphin Time anytime soon, because it's a classic Power Ranger morph quote, and it's unique purely to that show. Okay, so we've talked about the Rangers, we've talked about the Morpher. Now, weapons. Well, the only thing we can guess with the weapons is we have the okay, I have it here, but I do have the Japanese. This is the Ryosoken, so this is like their main saber weapon. Now, people may have noticed straight away that with the figures, with the action figures, they're not getting their swords, unless they are, but they're just in the packaging and we can't see them. But as far as I can tell, then we're not getting the swords with them. And I think I find that a little disappointing, because it's like the sword is their signature weapon. And I find it weird that Hasbro have given the Rangers individual weapons which weren't in Soldier. So I'm hoping that we'll see these weapons in Dino Fury, because you have the Red Ranger has a Tyranno themed sword. The Blue Ranger has like Triceratops weapon, like dagger like weapons. Pink Ranger has like an Ankylo chain ball hammer thing, which I think is really cool. Green Ranger, I would imagine, will have like tiger-like claws. So maybe something like the Red Ranger's cheetah battle claws. And then Black Ranger, I'm guessing a spiky shield or something. Because that was the Black Ranger's main thing in Real Soldier was spikes and shields and everything. So, or maybe a drill weapon. So maybe like a stego drill weapon. So that'd be pretty cool.
Who
But yeah,
knows?
but what do you guys think? Do you think it will be exclusive to the toys, or do you think they would actually go ahead and use them in the series?
I think they'll use them in the series.
I do too. I think it'd be great. It'd give us something new and unique because we haven't really had like in-show used weapons for a long time, and I think it'd be really weird if they gave the Dino Fury Rangers those weapons and they don't even have them in the show because that would make fans go, huh? That would make fans go, hang on, what's going on here then?
Well, I think they mentioned I think it was Fan First Friday or one of those things that Hasbro did. One of the guys around the design of those figures, he did say that they were toy exclusive weapons. Now, whether that means they're going to stay like that or not, I don't know. But
I think it'd be nice if they actually did put them in the series because then it would give us something different. Because I'll be honest, if we could get for Morphin Good Cosplay prop versions of those weapons, I would happily have a Green Ranger prop weapon because that'd be so cool. I mean, then it gives us something different. I don't know, but I think it'd be cool to have that in the series, though. Definitely. Okay, I think so we covered weapons. I mean, I hope again we'll get the Dino Fury Saber as a toy because they gave us the Beast X Saber, which had lights and sounds and had motion detect, had motion. So when you move the sword, it made sounds. But then again, we've got the Beast X Saber toy review on YouTube, so you can check that out.
Links are here somewhere, I'm sure.
Well, what you can do is you can go onto our YouTube channel and then go to playlists and find the Beast Morphers review playlist, and you can find it in there along with all our other Beast Morpher reviews. But yeah, I think it'd be really cool if they had like something like this, only the blade is longer and the blade lights up, and also it's got to have the chomping action, and then you being able to put the keys. But I would imagine what they would probably do is you could put any keys in it, and then all it would be you put the key in, you close it, and then I'd imagine it would have just the same generic sound. No matter what key you put in, it would have the same charging attack sound. And then when there's no key, you press the trigger, and then it will just have like, the generic sword sound you get, kind of like what you get with the Beast X Saber, because there's if you swipe it around, it would make those swiping sounds.
Didn't the Beast Morphers toys recognise what key you were putting in it though? Couldn't they use the same technology for this?
With the Beast X, I mean the Dino Fury Morpher reads the keys all differently because each Ranger key has a different power. I think red is meant to be fire, pink is gravity, and blue is flexibility. So like stretchy flexibility power, which is pretty cool by the way. And I think then Green Ranger is speed. And actually, I can actually show you that key because I've actually got it in my sword. So yeah, that's the speed key. It's like yellow and everything. So that's like the Green Ranger would put that in her sword, charge up her power, and then she'll get all this armor. Now with the battle attacker figures, the figures do actually have their armor for that sort of. Well, I don't know. What would they call that mode, actually? Because that's what I'm curious about. What would they call that armor
Fury
mode?
Mega Fury mode?
Fury armor mode?
Ultra Fury mode?
Maybe? I mean, but that's the thing. It's not really... I don't know, because it's like... it seems like it's like... In Dino Charge, you had Dino Steel armor on. So maybe it could be... Dino... like few. I see it being called Dino Armor On. So like Dino Armor On, and then it's like they get the armor, and then whatever keys in there, they use that power to fight back, whether it be um flexibility, fire, power. The power was the Red Ranger's one, which was a white key. So he would put it in, and it would just give him more power and strength. And then you got ones for vision. You had ones for fire, electricity, flexibility, gravity, things like that. So yeah, there's loads of keys to go with, and I'm very curious to know if they're gonna do like with what Bandai did with Super Megaforce, where you have the key packs. Like, would they do that with the extra keys, or would they just put them with other figures? Or because I mean, I can imagine what they could do is with another wave of figures, they could do all the Dino Fury figures with their armor attachment, or maybe they could make it so the armor attachment was a own individual set that you buy it, and then you can attach them to any Dino Fury Ranger figure. I think that would be a really cool concept. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think do you think they would do that, or do you think they would just do another set of those same figures but with the armor pieces already attached to them with each? So like Red Ranger would have power, pink, red or power, fire. Pink Ranger would have her gravity armor. Blue Ranger would have the stretchy armor. What do you guys think?
Well, in the Sentai Ryu Soldier, they do swap these additional powers, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do.
So it might be a case of they release the 3 or 5 Rangers again with these armor pieces. Now, depending on how they attach, you can get like the clasp thing that just attaches onto her arm like that. You could just get the figure with this certain set of armor. I don't know how many there are, but that detaches, so you can mix and match almost.
Yeah, I think because obviously in Ryu Soldier there was another form where they had this claw-like weapon. Excalibur, I think. No, it's like a claw-like weapon which activated like a superpower armor mode. So, I mean, I'm hoping that will be a sign that they will bring back like a battleizer form, because that would be cool. But there you go. And please don't call it Super Dino Fury mode, because that'd be just that'd be so annoying.
Super Mega Fury mode.
That'd be so annoying. Okay, so weapons are all done. So let's talk about the bad guys, the villains. Now, we've actually got a name for the monsters now. So the group of monsters. So in Power Rangers Beast Morphers, we had Robotrons. But in this series, in Dino Fury, they're going to be called the Sporix Beasts.
I'm actually really looking forward to this. This is the one thing I've been reading up about out of everything that's happening with Dino Fury. It's the Sporix Beast. I'm really looking forward to seeing.
I think it's going to be really cool to see where they're going to go with that. So we got some names for some Power Ranger villains. So Boom Tower, which is one of the figures you can get from the Power Rangers action figure line. And then we also got 2 monsters. So we have Doom Snake, which you can get with the Battle Attacker set with the Red Ranger. And then we got Shockhorn with the Blue Ranger. And now we've also got another villain name that's been announced. Now this was because of a toy listing. And this character's name is Void Knight. Void Knight is will be the Dino Fury counterpart of Dysorg. So he's like this purple knight character, where you can see a picture of him on the screen. So Dysorg is like he was like a living evil armor that was originally used to fight for good, but then something corrupted and it made him go evil. So that wasn't very good. So yeah, so there's quite a few bits of the villains. I'm hoping we'll learn more. I mean, I don't know what the foot soldiers will be called, and we don't know because in Rear Soldier, the character that made the monsters from the character Slime. I'm gonna imagine that it's gonna be mushroom, toadstool, spore related. So I'm gonna guess that this character is gonna be the monster maker, and but yeah, well, we'll just have to see what happens. And I think it'll be interesting to see if they will do like an American owned villain or something. But because we had Sledge for Dino Charge, so maybe they could do that again for Beast Morphers. No, sorry, for Dino Fury. Sorry. But yeah, what do you think? Do you think they would make? What do you think, guys? Do you think they'll make a American original villain, or do you think they would just use whatever was in the Super Sentai Real Soldier series?
They need to. Oh, because we didn't have anyone like Vita Repulsor. Not that I know of. I know Vita Repulsor was kind of like the villain of Mighty Morphin, and I don't think that was ever in the Super Sentai. So it's not to say that they won't do it again.
Yeah, true. What about you, Peter? What do you think?
Again, it's hard to say with the trailer that we have so far. If they've got enough source material, then they're pretty much done, aren't they? But it depends if they want to do a certain story with certain characters. So, for example, I haven't seen the source material, so I don't know if this monster exists, but something to do with a camera. We have the Pink Ranger. What's her name? I've lost it.
Pink Ranger would be Amelia.
Amelia, that's it.
Yeah, Amelia.
Journalist Amelia. Journalist. She's going to be dealing with cameras a lot. So, in the spirit of Mighty Morphin Season 2, a camera's a monster now. So, do they have that monster costume already? Or if they wanted to do that story, would they need to make one? That could be a way of creating a US exclusive villain, unless, of course, they've already got that. That's just an example, of course, because I don't know anything about the Sentai apart from the basics.
I mean, Real Soldier had quite a few villains in the series. I think one of my favourite villains was the Magician villain. Because I loved his character. He was always so nice to... I think the Mushroom character was called Chiron, I think. I loved that Magician character. He was always so kind to Chiron. And then he sadly got destroyed, sadly. But it's like, I just love that character. But I mean, I don't see him being like that in Dino Fury, but I really liked him as a villain because he was crafty and sneaky. So I'm hoping he will be seen in Dino Fury. And yeah. So, okay, so I've got a little section here about the keys. So I think they're going to be called power keys. I could be wrong. But all we have here is Red Ranger is firepower. Because I'm only going with what they said in the Hasbro Pulse presentation back in October last year. So we have Red with the fire key, firepower with the Red Ranger, elastic power with the Blue Ranger, gravity power with the Pink Ranger, and then these two were not mentioned, but I'm guessing from the Real Soldier footage. So we have speed power for Green Ranger, and then armor power for Black Ranger. But obviously, they might give them a new form. Maybe it will be called something different. But I'm assuming if they're going to go with some of the Super Sentai footage, then they're probably going to, keep it like,
the source material.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they nearly do, but there you go. Because obviously, I think they're probably going to change something. Thing is, it's like I'm curious to know what would their secret base be, because obviously, Mighty Morphin, you had the command center. Dino Thunder, you had Tommy's house with an underground base.
Tommy's basement.
Yeah, pretty much. And then with Dino Charge, it was under the Dino Museum, which I thought was really cool. So it's like, how do you top that? How do you top the Ranger bases when it was already in the Dino Museum?
It's got to be a castle. It's got to be.
That would be cool. That would be really cool because then it sticks with the night theme sort of thing.
Especially because they've included that in the trailer as well. You can see it in the background. There's a castle.
Yeah, and also with the flags as well. I think that was really. Okay, so last thing to discuss about is the Zords. So the Zords and the Megazords. So we have got, well, this here is we believe it's going to just basically generically going to be called the Dino Fury Megazord. I mean, I'm only going with what they said in the Hasbro Pulse presentation. But yeah, that's going to apparently be the Dino Fury Megazord. And then we have some names for the Zords, which from also again from Hasbro. So we have the Red Ranger Zord, which is the T-Rex Champion Zord, the Stego Blade Zord, which is the Black Ranger Zord, and then we got the Green Tiger Claw Zord, which is obviously the Green Ranger Zord. And now this is just a guess what pink and blue will be. So I'm gonna guess it will be the Ankylo Hammer Zord, which would be the Pink Ranger Zord. And then we got the Stego Saber Zord. Sorry, not Stego. Tricera Saber Zord, which is the Blue Ranger Zord, because his main feature was a long-bladed. Was it his tail or was it a horn?
It was his
Yeah.
Triceratops. I've got it behind me. Just a second.
Oh yeah, it was his horn that was the blade.
I did have it.
And then the Ankylozord had a hammer tail, pretty much like the Ankylozord in Power Rangers Dino Charge and Supercharge.
There you go. There's the rest of it.
So yeah, that's basically it. So the main horn on the front of the Triceratops was a sword. So but I don't imagine it would be called the Tricerasword Zord, because that would just be that'd be a tongue twister. So that's why I would probably call it the Tricera Saber Zord. I mean, because you already got the Stego Blade Zord, so that wouldn't work. Because you already got Stego Blade Zord, so I don't think Tricera Blade Zord would work. So it'd probably be called something like the Tricera Saber Zord, or Sharp Zord, maybe. I don't know. But what do you guys think? Do you think it'd be called Saber Zord, or do you think it'd be called something different?
Tricera Saber Zord?
Yeah.
Or Tricera Saber Mode, maybe?
Mm. I mean, I'm only going with what Hasbro said for those certain individual Zords. It was a bit annoying that they didn't give us the names for the other Zords, but there you go.
I'm having a little play while we're all discussing. So,
Yeah.
what we got here?
So, yeah.
Tricera's butt goes on the shoulder, and then this thing, sort of like in a Lego-y sort of fashion, will just snap on the side like that. This is a Japanese toy, by the way.
Mini Pla.
Super Mini Pla kits.
Ooh. Okay. There we go.
There you go.
That's
the sword.
awesome stuff. Yeah, it's fair to say that I think the Dino Fury Megazord is going to be really amazing, and I really can't wait. I mean, the only thing we got at the minute is the prototype toy, which you can see pictures of now. It's obviously just prototype, but they're aiming to make the Megazord really amazing, and I really can't wait to get it, and I really can't wait to see. I hope that the Ankylo and the Triceratops Zords will have a bit more articulation than the Japanese toys, because the Japanese versions were very solid, and I think the Stegozord was solid as well. Like even the legs didn't move. I think it would be nice if at least the legs could move, or maybe you can get the head to turn, like have a 360 turn head. That would be really cool. But there you go. And again, I hope they still keep the mix and match thing, but I think they probably will still keep that concept, because that's how most of the Zords connect together. So
I mean, the whole thing is like Lego bricks. Whoop, lost a bit. So again, if I take that one off, got portholes and these little tabs, and that's all over, so I can take the chest off, for example.
yeah, and also you have also the different Megazord combinations depending on the main key, because you have different keys that go into the head of the Megazord. So it could be like a pink Megazord combination, or blue, or green, or black, or red if he's on his own. I think it'll probably be called the T-Rex Champion Zord in battle mode. the T-Rex Champions of Battle mode or something. That's probably that individual Megazord on its own. And then it'll be probably... I'm
So
going
compare
to
that to your one, Joe.
Okay.
I'll show you my little one if you show me your big one. There you go.
So yeah, that's basically that's what the key one's like. Obviously the eyes. I don't think you're...
And
There you go. What's that?
I was asking Peter if he's got the gold one.
Yes, he
Am
does.
I allowed to show the gold one yet?
I don't
Yeah,
see
I've
why
already
not.
shown it. Of course, I'm going to show it. Here he is.
Mm.
So I've sort of given this Megazord a name. I'm going to call it the Motor Fury Megazord, or
That sounds
Oceanic,
good.
or the Oceanic Fury Megazord. But I think Motor Fury Megazord is right because the Gold Ranger's dinosaur is a Mosasaurus, which is an aquatic dinosaur. So we had a Plesio dinosaur. We had the Plesiozord from Power Rangers Dino Charge and Dino Supercharge. So now we're getting a different kind of dinosaur. I think what's also interesting is in the I think it's really cool that we get another aquatic dinosaur. And I think one Zord I'm definitely looking forward to seeing, and I hope they do a toy of it, is the Dimetrozord, which is like a fiery Dimetrozord toy, because I love that Zord in Rear Soldier, and I really hope, yeah, that's the one. I think it was called Dimetro Volcano, and because it's
Dime Volcano in the Sentai.
yeah,
Dime.
I do think that would be a really cool toy, because the cool thing is that Zord combines with the Moser Megazord as well. So, and I think it also connects with the T-Rex Megazord as well. So all three of those Megazords come together. So you got all those three together. I think that would be really cool. Then I think we pretty much covered everything. I think the only thing I would really like to know is who would be the mentor to these Rangers, and who's going to bring the comedy to the series. Like, because obviously
Well, a few months ago there was like a casting sheet for like 2 comedic characters.
Mhm.
Yeah,
As in put together properly.
so they would do comedy, I say.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say I think Dino Fury is going to be pretty amazing. I think to finish things up, I think each of us should say one thing about Power Rangers Dino Fury that we're really looking forward to, TV series and also the toys. So, okay, Gary, start us off. What are you looking forward to in Power Rangers Dino Fury toys that you hope to see, and what do you hope to see in the TV series?
TV series, well, there's no point. The action and the monsters. Toys, I'm really looking forward to seeing the villain action figures. I've never been so excited for the Sportic based action figures. Can't wait to see those once they hit stores. Hopefully before Christmas. I hope.
Yeah, who knows? Okay, Jason, what are your hopes for Power Rangers Dino Fury in the TV series and the toys?
For the TV series, I'm really looking forward to the storylines, and for the toys, the Gold Ranger Morpher and the regular Morpher.
Yeah. That'd be really cool, because it's interesting for fans to know that the Gold Ranger's Morpher isn't this. It is a blaster, and it's the head switches from gold to a blue head when it changes from attack mode to change morph mode. So that's really cool, and I think that'd be really cool to see that as a toy. And also the Moser Blade, which is his signature weapon, which is like a orange color, and it's really cool. I love it. Um, so yeah, I think that'd be really cool. Peter, what about you? TV series, look forward to Dino Fury TV series and toy you hope to see?
I'll do the TV series first. Obviously, quality. We don't want to see it over childish, really. Them talking the entire way through a fight. They need to knock that off. So quality needs to appeal to new fans and old fans, and I think they can achieve that with the right writing.
Yeah.
And the music gets me. The
Yeah.
theme song and the music they play over the fight scenes makes or breaks the season for me personally. So you remember back in the day, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, 541. We need a. No, that was Turbo. I'm not going to mention that. You know the fight music they used to play. They had an entire rock album.
That
was
was
awesome.
Morphin. 541. We Need a Hero. Fight. I love Fight. That was a good one. And
They
I
had an
Will
album.
Win.
That's how
That
good
one
it
was
was.
brilliant. Yeah, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Rock Adventure album. I love. I've actually got that CD and also
I've
the
got it somewhere.
official Power Rangers single, and I just love all the music from that series. And yeah, I think it'd be cool to have like catchy songs, even if they used Ron Wasserman's Mighty Morphin Power Ranger revamp for the series. You know, the fans would just absolutely love it because it brings
Indeed.
the nostalgia, which brings me to myself, really. I really want to see the nostalgia thing in Power Rangers Dino Fury. I'd like to see I want to see Easter eggs and nods to past Dino seasons, like bit of Mighty Morphin, a bit of Dino Thunder, a bit of Dino Charge. I want to see nostalgic vibes from past seasons, even if they're mentioned like Haley's Cyberspace or the Ernie's Juice Bar or the Dino Bite Cafe at the Amber Beach Museum. But Peter, what about a toy?
A toy. I'm a bit biased on this one. It's got to be Lightning Collection. Or, I know I've already got one, and I know I've already been showing them off, but scale Megazords with the Lightning Collection. Either 6-inch,
Megazord figures,
7-inch, or 8-inch to go with the monsters, which are oversized, but that's a conversation for another day. But yes, we need Lightning Collection Zords that are compatible with everything else we got. Obviously, we're going to see the Dino Fury figures in the Lightning Collection at some point. It makes sense to do them sooner rather than later because of the season coming out.
Yeah, I think I'd imagine they're going to do I think it'd be cool if in one wave they do red and pink first, just to sort of get red and pink out of the way.
You know, we'll get red first.
Yeah,
Always.
of course. Because obviously they did Beast Morphers in the second wave, so maybe it would be like after wave 8, maybe they'll do a Dino Fury figure for the next wave after wave 8, which comes out in March, which is fantastic. But yeah. Okay, myself. Power Rangers Dino Fury TV series. I'm hoping to see again a lot of nostalgia, nods to past Dino Power Ranger seasons. It would be nice if we could maybe see some old faces, possibly. I definitely want to see a crossover with Beast Morphers and Dino Fury. That is a definite must. I definitely hope that I'm hoping there's not going to be anything childish, like there's no fart jokes like they did in Ninja Steel. That was a bit ridiculous.
The
and
kids were watching that one today, actually. You're talking about Ninja Steel.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, Ninja Steel's I love Ninja Steel because I love the theme song. That was one thing I loved about Ninja Steel was the theme song. Yeah, Ninja Steel. Yeah, I think there's that. I mean, and then you had Beast Morphers is a great theme song as well because it's still I still love the Go Go Power Rangers because again people need
Power
to
Rangers.
because people need to remember that is also something unique to the Power Rangers series. No other thing has Go Go something else.
Didn't they
It's usually
trademark it?
I think they did actually. I think they did. So I think that's really cool. Um, so I hope that yeah, again, Lightning Collection. I'm hoping for Lightning Collection, Dino Fury Ranger figures, Megazord figures would be cool, whether it be Dino Fury or Mighty Morphin. But yeah, I think that'd be great. So yes, Ranger Nation, that's it for today. So I'd just like to say thank you for watching. As always, Ranger Nation, we ask you to please like the video, share the video, comment below. Question of the day now. What are you looking forward to most about the Power Rangers Dino Fury TV series? And what Power Rangers Dino Fury toy would you like to see, whether it be the generic Power Ranger Dino Fury toy line, or Lightning Collection, or Playable Heroes? And of course, go subscribe because we've got many more videos coming out about Power Rangers Dino Fury and many other Power Rangers topics from the Chamber of Vlogs and Chamber of Reviews, creation chamber, whatever. We got so
Chamber of
many
Chambers.
Yeah, chamber of chambers. We got so many videos planned for 2021, and we hope you'll keep following us on this magical, phenomenal journey of awesome It's Morphin Time Power Ranger Dino Fury awesomeness. And yeah, that's it. So there's nothing left for us to say except, well, it's a goodbye from me, Joe. Thank you for watching, and it's goodbye from my good friends, Gary and Peter and Jason. So may the power protect you, Ranger Nation. So Power Rangers Dino Fury. If we get any news about Power Rangers Dino Fury, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss anything. Because the minute we get any Power Ranger news, we'll be posting out right away. And yeah, so thank you for watching. May the power protect you. Have a Dino Furious-tastic day, and we will see you all very soon. Bye bye, Ranger Nation.
Patience.
Bye.
Have a good one.